We are bookish babes and morally grays. We've been gone for a while, dealing with personal things and just living our life, but we are back with a new book review. Our weekly book review for this one is not necessarily a new release, but it's something that we've been recommended to by a friend, so we decided to give it a try. This week we'll be discussing The Mercenary and the Mortician, which is a dark MM romance. And when we say dark, this has to be one of the darkest books I've probably read. I was like constantly in shock. I would consider this more of a dark rom-com because I kept laughing. I kept laughing so hard, and it was hilarious to me. I was just laughing more than I was like in shock. But okay, let's dive into it. Trigger warnings for this book contain child abuse, domestic abuse, gun violence, sexual content, violence in general, stalking, death of a parent, murder, adult and minor relationship, bullying, child abuse, confinement, emotional abuse, sexual assault, sexual violence, torture, toxic relationships, trafficking, kidnapping, stalking, death of a parent again, and a lot more. And kind of gory, if I'm going to be honest. There was a
Mm-hmm.
few scenes where it was really gory, and I was like especially the part in the end when shit actually goes down. Um, when we say violence, this has to be probably one of the most violent book I've read.
Yeah, I
And
totally agree with
we've
you.
done like Rena Kim, we've done
He-
Lee Rivers, The Edge of Darkness, and
yeah,
no.
it doesn't give you anything to the imagination. It just straight up
Hmm.
take it or leave it.
Yeah, it's dark and gritty. So if you're looking for a dark and gritty read, this might be it. There is touching on, again, like we said, sexual assault, I think, right? One of the
Yeah,
triggers might have been that. There it does touch that. It does get into detail on that a little bit, but what dark romance doesn't really touch that. So
yeah,
read with caution. And as
yeah,
always, 18 and over. So
yeah. The Mercenary and Mortician tropes are gay awakening, grumpy sunshine, MM paranormal romance, and multiple POVs.
this book follows two males. One is a mortician and one is a mercenary. Ironically, they're brought into each other's life by a misunderstanding, literally by a simple misunderstanding. And from that point on, they start to fall for each other. Unfortunately, the mercenary's dark life follows him into the relationship and puts their relationship as well as the mortician's life in danger. So together, they have to find a way to overcome all the danger and have their happily ever after. Because not only do their lives depend on it, but the mercenaries' siblings' lives matter on this as well. Everybody that they love are at risk if they don't figure out how to get themselves out of this trouble.
The ratings on my part will be 4.2, and that's me being fair. With the chilies, I would do no more than 3. It wasn't a lot of scenes, but they were really hot that way. As an MM romance, I don't think I have heard a book MM that it doesn't have really good scenes. You know, if it makes sense. Yeah. But 4.2, I felt that in some point I was dragging the story. There were a few parts that why you added this here, it doesn't make no sense. I did it as an audiobook, and I wish the narration was a little bit better. Maybe it would have got me into the story more. But it was certain parts that I felt that I was tracking. I wanted it to finish because, of course, it was an MM romance, and we were going to discuss it here, even if we like it or we decided to DNF the book. But I wanted to give it a chance. I don't say I hate it, but I liked the side characters, I think, a little bit more. And that'll be my rating. So go back to you.
Okay. So I'm gonna agree with like 90% of what you said, but I will give it a lower score, which I'll probably give it like a 3.7 or maybe even a 4. The spicy scenes as well, 2.5 chilies because there wasn't a lot of spice in it. But holy fuck, the scenes are crazy and very graphic. And that's one thing I've noticed
Yeah.
about MM romances is that they're very graphic and you're kind of like experiencing it all around. And there was like, I don't know, I did get to the part without any spoilers, the IKEA part. Um, that shit was funny. I did the audiobook as well. It was 18 hours, which seems like a long, dragging story, like you said. Very long. And a lot of scenes didn't need to be included, but I understand that they did add character development and plot development. However, I feel like it just dragged and it was very repetitive and going in circles. And it was just like, to like,
Give me
I think,
more.
exactly. I think I was already like at and like 3 hours left into the book, and I wanted to give up already. And I told you, I was like, I need spoilers. I need you to tell me that something's gonna change because it felt like the same shit happening over and over and over again. That I was like, are they? How long has this been happening? Like realistically, how long? How many days was this book? You get me? Because like, how long from when Cal and Ryan met until the very end of the book? Realistically, how many days was that? Because I felt like I
Hmm.
was living every single day of that shit, and I was like, dude, like, man. So that's what I would say. So with that being said, if you have not done this book, if you don't want any spoilers, then this is your time to leave. We'd appreciate you if you liked, comment, shared, subscribed, and help us with our traction. We usually do these about a week, every other week, or no, at least every week. We try to get one done. But like I said, we've been gone for a while dealing with personal stuff and our own life issues and stuff. We're back. We're ready to do more books. If you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments. We'd love
Yes.
any. Yeah, we'd love any. It is Pride Month, so we are very open to FF, whatever, gangbangs, you call it, you name it, we got it. We will read it.
Yeah. Whatever. Just post it here in the comments, and we got you. We got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get to it. But if you don't want spoilers, this is your time to leave. Okay. The audiobook narrator for Cal. Okay, because Ryan wasn't that bad, but for
Yeah.
Cal, every time I swear, like randomly, I'll be like, Cal Walker. That shit's gonna be like a new vocal stem for me now. He fucking
He's
sounded
like,
like,
why do you have to say the last name every time?
yeah, Cal Walker. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing Cal's chapter. But he sounded like Sonic. And I remember I texted you and I was like, dude, why the fuck is Sonic the Hedgehog narrating this book? And I wish that there was a way that we can like insert a little clip just so people can hear it. You get me? Because it was hilarious. And after that, you're like, I can't unhear it anymore.
No, it just you already put a face to the voice already. And he was like, as soon as you told me, I think I was in the like 2 or 3 chapters in, and I know it's funny, but I just let it slide. And as soon as you put that face, I cannot undo it. I couldn't. Even until now, I just can't undo it. It was crazy.
Dude,
Oh
yeah,
my
I
god.
was like, no. Um, Also, I kind of wish that they would have let the females talk for the females. Like, I wish they would have like just a, even if it was like the author, which I don't know if the author is a female or not, but
Yeah.
even if it was just the author just reading the female parts, because it always makes me laugh when like they're like talking for the girls, and it's like,
It's the
no sound.
worst. It's the
Yeah,
worst.
it's the
That's why I
worst.
prefer either full cast or duet versions,
Hmm.
because the dual version is when the guy or the female does the other part voice.
Yeah,
And if I'm being honest, since I've been doing audiobooks, the female does a really good job when it comes to do a
yeah,
male voice.
yeah.
But when it's a man doing the female voice, it's like, please just shut up. Shut
Please
up.
stop.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, just
And then, you
stop.
know what's funny too? That scene where, because there's a lot of scenes that made me laugh. Like I said, this sounded more like a rom com than just a regular dark romance. But there
Hmm.
was the first time I laughed. Yeah, I think the first time I laughed was probably when Ryan is at a funeral service. He's hosting a funeral service, and he's like, "Oh, like." And then I hear that deep, gravelly voice, and then it's fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Anything about groveling, it doesn't make sense.
I was like, "Oh,
I'm Kyle
oh,
Walker.
Cal Walker." That's how he says it, all dramatic. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the first book that they do say the first and last name. Like
Yeah,
really, really, it's like you're presenting yourself. And
yeah,
like I said, as soon as you said Sonic, I just automatically put the face in it, and I couldn't undo it. Like I can't. It was there. Um, but even in the parts that they were like serious, other than kind of funny type of way, because Cal is funny. Let's put it that way. Cal is
yeah,
funny. Even you have the deep trauma, he is very funny. But even in the parts that they were like deep, deep, he still made me laugh. I was like, I
yeah,
cannot take you serious. I'm
yeah. His
sorry.
voice.
I just can't take you serious. I'm sorry.
Do you have any other moments that you laughed?
Um, I would say when love. I would say when he apologized. Because
Okay,
before we started with this book, I went to Goodreads as I always do.
okay, go on.
Yeah. As I always do. And somebody comment, oh, like we always speak about the trigger warnings. We always talk about the trigger warnings. Please check it before you read it. This person just went in blind and then started complaining about a scene that happened. Which Cal, um, of course, he has some trauma, and Ryan says demon. So I don't know. He transformed himself to the
He
point
just,
that
yeah,
yeah, should
he
we
just
call
saw red.
assaulted him?
He technically sexually assaulted him because he basically jerked him off without his consent,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
You're talking about that
So
part?
yeah, that part. And then the way after everything happened, and we go to his point of view, and he wants to apologize because he knows he went too far.
Yeah,
So that part was, I love that part. That part, and I guess that's it. Most of them were like funny or either too sad,
yeah.
straight up.
I
So
was I was busting on. I actually bookmarked it because it was hilarious to me. But the part where Ryan is talking to his now ex-girlfriend, because after that event he broke up with her, and oh no, after he blows Cal, that's when he breaks up with her. But he goes to like, I guess, have coffee with her and stuff like that. And Cal comes up, or sorry, Cal Walker comes up to them, and he's like, he's just making fun of her and Jesus. And it's like, okay, if you're religious, you might get offended by this, which I should add this to the trigger warnings, because he's very disrespectful to religion. I'm not religious at all. And
no, me
when he's
neither.
like, I'll do you the way that they do Jesus, and I was like, what the fuck? Who says this? But he's also like, when you have a lady boner for, or a lady hard on or something like that for Jesus or something like that, like he just makes fun of her all the time.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, that shit had me laughing. That had me laughing.
That is so funny. And yeah, I did remember that part now that you were saying it. Yes. But most of them, like I said, it was like, no, I didn't love it. But I did enjoy it a lot.
It
Um,
was,
but it was more about sad parts. Like
yeah,
as
there
soon
was
as
a
the
lot of
story
trauma.
starts, it was a lot.
There was a lot of trauma, which I guess I should have mentioned that earlier too. But holy fuck, this because we've done the Edge of Darkness. I don't know, like the way that the Edge of Darkness hits you is like a good pain. I don't know, like I like that pain. This pain was
Mhm.
just like, ow, like it was just sad. And
It
maybe
does
because they
hurt.
were children. Maybe it's because it has to do with children. Like, because
Maybe.
the whole point is the fact that they were abused by their mom. And that, like, the way that they started off the whole book is them being abused by their mom.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like a hard start already. And then you go to Ryan, who just doesn't know basically who he is
Hmm.
because he couldn't be himself. So yeah,
Yeah, that was sad.
yeah,
And when Cal thinks that he's going to start getting better after the mom died, he
yeah.
got worse.
And he didn't
Instead
even
of
know
getting
it
better.
because they basically brainwashed him.
Yeah. To the point that he couldn't remember until almost the end of the book.
Yeah. And the thing about that too is, like, if you think about it, had they had his sister, what's her name? Not
Naomi?
Naomi. No,
No.
the other one.
I forgot her name. But I know which one you're talking about.
Okay. Had they taken his other sister, not Naomi, because she's the one that killed the mom, had he let her take the fall for it, what would that have looked like? Because we already know that he was like sexually assaulted by that guy, by
Hmm.
what's his name, Dominic?
Dominic, yeah.
Okay.
Damien.
Damien. There you go, Damien.
Hmm.
So we know that he was sexually assaulted by Damien this entire time. What would have happened to his sister if the other sister was literally in that house for like 30 minutes and was already sexually assaulted?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I
That
know,
was yeah.
that was really sad. I was
Hmm.
like, fuck, because she was such a ray of sunshine, they basically dulled her light after that.
Yeah,
So
okay. So now we're talking about Naomi, right?
yeah,
Okay, so he actually did it. He assaulted her. Or Vox got there before it happened.
if I remember, because I just did this morning, I finished it this morning.
Hmm.
But if I remember correctly, the guy's head is like, I don't know if he said head or hand is in her pants already. But
I
basically
think it
he's
was the pant. Yeah.
so yeah. So he's like basically under her dress. That's what I said. It was under her dress. So they did something to her. Hopefully they didn't actually penetrate her. But
Okay. But the
I,
damage is done. The damage is
yeah.
done. And I
Yeah.
told you yesterday that something was going to happen, and it did, where she changed the way that she dressed.
Yeah.
And that part was heartbreaking because
Yeah.
she was always with dresses. Even Vox loves her,
Yeah.
wearing all the cheesy collars and stuff like that. And now she just wear turtlenecks,
Turtlenecks
long
and
pants,
baggy
saggy.
pants. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I, well, later on, they're going to have their own book, and they're probably going to go deep into her story. But it's pretty sad because she was like the happy girl in there.
Yeah. She was literally the ball of light in the whole fucking group. And everybody
Yeah.
loved her. And now it's like a part of her died because of this. So
Yeah. And
and
she was
that
just a
part,
victim.
yeah. So that part was really sad, honestly. Um, fuck, I don't even know. But dude, that part where Box is killing the guy, that was gory. That was brutal, and that was like, oof, very painful.
Yes. Yeah.
Because
Yeah. It's
he's
like
only,
they go deep or go home.
yeah. No, but like they're going, like you said, deep into description because he's talking about how his knuckles open up as he's punching him in the face. And
Hmm.
to the end, in the end, while he's beating him up, he says that he's breaking his knuckles. He could feel them breaking, but he can't stop. And how
Yeah.
at the end of it, the guy is nothing but a puddle of black and red goo. And I'm like, do you know how hard and how much you have to hit a person's face for it to be caved in
To
like
be
that?
like
Like
that.
that's, yeah, that's insane. Disgusting, but insane.
No, it is. But he deserved it though. He did.
Yeah.
He did deserve it. So I'm in love with Vox. I
I
guess
love
I
Vox
did fall
too.
in love. I love him. Cannot wait. Knowing that they're going to have a third book. So we have to wait
Has
two
the other
more.
one came out yet?
No.
When was this one
So
released?
this one, I think it was either this, I think probably the beginning of this year. This book was released. Um, but the thing is that we have the Ryan's sister and Kyle's sister as a FF romance, right? It should call like
Yeah.
that.
FF, yeah.
And then that third one is going to be Vox and Naomi. I wish it was the other way around because honestly, the other two, yeah, they were bickering a lot, and the story might be good,
But they don't have
but
as
I
much
didn't
chemistry.
feel, yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't feel the connection, the same way I did with Vox and Naomi.
Yeah, it mainly felt like Theo was pining after her. I can't wait to read the Vox and Naomi story because first of all,
Hmm.
I love a quiet brooding man. So that's Vox, right? Because he's a mute. Um, but it's also gonna be Grumpy Sunshine. It's also gonna be like not no, just Grumpy Sunshine. I guess it'll be brother's best friend.
Yeah,
Um, and then there's gonna be an age gap. It's definitely gonna be an age gap.
yes, age gap, yeah, because she's young.
Yeah. And Touch Her and Die. That's definitely gonna be a Touch Her and
Because
Die
it
story.
happened,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. So I'm also excited for that because I hope that they heal each other. You get me? Like I hope that he'll
Yes,
start to talk for her and I hope that she'll start to find her light again in their relationship. Which is why I'm like, this book needs to be out first. Like,
yes, and we already know that. For example, if the Mercenary Mortician got out, let's see, the end of last year or the beginning of this year, that means we probably have to wait 6 to 9 months, and she
yeah.
hasn't
And
released
then
anything, so it might be a little longer.
on top of that, again, this is an 18-hour fucking audiobook. 18-hour audiobook, which means I don't even want to imagine how thick that book is. So imagine how thick the first book is. How big are the other books gonna be, and how long is that gonna
Yeah,
take her to write? So it's like
yeah.
fuck, because this could have been like 2 books. Honestly, this could have been
Oh
split up
yeah,
into 2 books. Yeah, it didn't
yeah,
have to be one whole book, but it was a long ass book.
yeah. So, and most of the scenes, like we discussed, um, why do you put it in there? It made no sense. Just take it off.
Yeah,
That
definitely
would have cut it
agree.
off at least to 8 to 10 hours at least.
Yeah,
Um, certain scenes, it just okay.
yeah.
But I love Vox.
They're gonna do like a backstory on that because I would like to hear more about him.
Yeah. I mean, they need to go deep to the story. And like I
Yeah,
said, there are probably certain scenes that we already saw. They should be in there because Naomi's involved.
yeah, yeah. I'm hoping that they don't just jump in after the whole
Oh,
like
I hope
main.
not. They need to put where it was left off. Like at
Well,
least when they were kidnapped. They need to put that part though.
well, that could be okay. So what they could do is they could actually start off where we left off on the where we end on this book, and then just have flashbacks because that's basically what they did a lot on
Oh,
these.
flashbacks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it is a traumatic event, so they'll probably have flashbacks. But like I want to know, and it's funny because I knew Vox liked Naomi when Cal caught him outside her house when she was home and he caught her outside. I mean, he caught him outside in the car. He's like, "Oh, I'm leaving," you know. But yeah. So I kind of want to know about more about that scene. So I hope they write more into
Yeah. It's
that.
like the full circle. We need to know the
Hmm.
full circle of it. So
See that one?
I'm
I
down.
Yeah, that one I wouldn't mind if it was 18 hours because I love them too. So
Well, hopefully they don't use the same narrator though.
yeah, I hope Sonic doesn't come back. Don't even get any of the other characters either, like Knuckles or
No, just
Tails
the
or
regular
nobody else.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
We have our own list that we can give you. You
yeah,
know, let's
for
put it out of
real.
this. Yeah, let's no, please take him out of the
Uh,
list. Not anymore.
well, I will add. To me, it kind of bothers me when authors kind of push in. Well, not necessarily. I do like it. It's a hate love relationship I have when authors insert music into their books because in every chapter it starts off with "Hey Siri" or like "Play this song by this song and this song, this
Alexa,
song."
yeah.
Yeah, there you go. It was like, "Hey Alexa, play this song, this song," and I'm like, So a lot of the music that Cal Walker was listening to is from like 2008, 2010 era of EDM dubstep, right? So a lot of the songs I knew exactly which ones he was talking about, and I was like, oh, that's so fucking cringe. I was like, dude, I used to listen to that, and I was like, gross. I got like secondhand embarrassment. I was like, but
Why do you
yeah,
add this in here? And it
yeah,
was kind of different. It was kind of different because it wasn't just in the first page and that's it. They put like
yeah,
every single chapter. It was one
yeah.
song.
But not thinking about it, I wouldn't do this again. I would. This isn't a book that I would re-listen to again because, like I said, it's way too fucking long. But I will say that if somebody is going to listen to this book, the audiobook at least, maybe listen to that song before you start to play the chapter, and it'll set the vibe. I think that's what her
Okay.
intentions were. So I think that the vibes will be set with that song, so that you're getting to know what kind of vibes you're going into each chapter. So
Okay.
that's what I
Okay.
would say.
Yeah. Well, I am with you. I don't think it's a book that I'm probably going to do again. But if for some reason it takes more than a year and a half, 2 years gap between having the sisters book and then having Naomi and Vox, I probably have to revisit to.
So if you'd like to help us choose our next book to discuss, we are going to be sticking to romances, at least for the majority of June, considering it is, Men's Health and Pride Month. So it's either between Chokehold by Lee Rivers and Haley Beck or For the Fans by Nyla K. Our poll to vote for these, our poll to vote for these will be on our Instagrams, which can be found in our bio.
Yes.
So, and in the captions. Are we adding in the caption?
Yeah, I do add it
And
in
in
the
the caption,
captions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Most likely it'll be on Marie's because I'm not really good at keeping up with my Bookstagram. But go ahead, follow us, like, share, post, repost, comment, do a dance. I don't know. Just subscribe.
Yes.
All right. Well, until next week, we'll find out what we're gonna read. See you
We'll
then.
see.
Bye.
Bye.